Hey guys, your Dark Avenger Chris here, and today I'm going to be doing my very first video game review. And my first game review is going to be on Batman Arkham Asylum, the Collector's Edition. Now, I am not going to be reviewing the game as I just got it today, and obviously could not have played and beat the entire game already, but I will be doing a review of the contents of Arkham Asylum, the Collector's Edition. So, let's move over to our observation table here. Okay, so let's start reviewing this bad boy. Alright, so first of all, of course, Xbox put in this nice hard plastic to protect the actual case inside. Mine's already open, as you can see, because obviously I got mine this morning. So let's slide this bad boy out and see what we got. And we don't need this anymore, so we get rid of that. So now, what do you get? You have a nice collector's case with the name Batman Arkham Asylum on it. I can't tell if it's made of metal or plastic, so I'm going to call it Melastic. And you can have it one of two ways. You can have it this way, flat down on your table, or you can stand it up like this, and you can have it standing up like that. I prefer for this review to have it face down like this, because it makes it a lot easier for me to get the stuff out. Now I'm going to move this case over here, because I want you guys to get a full view of what I'm going to be reviewing. Okay, so first let me show you how you open the case before I put it down. The case opens like this. You have two magnets that are going to hold it from opening. But it's pretty easy to open. I mean, you'd have to be like super weak not to be able to open it. Okay, now we're moving this here. Now, the first item we will be reviewing, the batarang. The main attraction to the collector's edition of Batman. And let me tell you something. It's shit. No offense. It looks great. I'm sure you guys look at it and say, Chris, how could you say it's shit? Let me explain. First of all, it's made of plastic. Hard plastic that it's just ridiculous. And because it's made of hard plastic and painted on, as you can see on the edges, I had to repaint the edges because all the edges came in chipped and scraped. And also in the back, as you can see, it's clicked in the back here, right? But there was tons of glue here that I had to actually sit here chipping off with an instrument. But I have to admit, it looks cool. So on a scale of, let's say, 1 to shit, it's 2 shits. It's 2 points I give it. I think it's pretty okay. For a collector, I'm sure you guys, the collector's going to be like, oh, but you gotta love the batarang. Yes, I think it's great. I think it's great that it's stuck to a stand and you can't really do shit with it. All you can do is put it down on a table and look at it. I think it would have been nice if the stand was at least detachable. I mean, but it did say in the when it first came up that there would be a stand attached to it. So I'm not complaining about the stand being attached to it. I'm complaining at the material they used to make it. But then again, what can you expect? 90% of the collector's editions out there for video games suck. The only good collector's edition I could say right now would be the Street Fighter's collector's edition, which kicked ass. Okay, anyway, on to the next item. Okay, after you move past the batarang's nice little protective piece, which I'm not throwing away, you get the first of several nice little gifts. First one being the Arkham Asylum leather case book. It has a nice little strap on it, so you unstrap it. And this is for you hardcore Batman fans. You open it up, and you have a library of all of Batman, of the person who runs Arkham Asylum, and a bunch of Batman's villains, in and not in the game. So you have all Batman's villains in a nice little book. This, I believe, really was made the collector's edition. It has the embroidered Arkham Asylum patch on it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can. So this book is really pretty cool. I looked through it already. It's really nice. It's notes from one of the psychologists that work in Arkham. So that's the first one. Pretty nice, pretty cool, and yeah. Okay, now the next thing you get, for those of you who are lucky enough to actually pre-order this item, is a mini comic book which is entitled The Road to Arkham Asylum. And basically what you get is a backstory in comic book form. I'm not going to show you guys that many pictures. I'm not going to create a spoiler. But you basically get little pieces of what happened right before the Arkham Asylum game. This is a backstory. I think it's really cool. I don't know if you guys are going to get it if you didn't order the game already, unless they like overstocked on this mini comic. But if you do, it's really cool. I read through it already. It's really good backstory. It gives you just maybe, it's not that long. As you can see, it's pretty thin. It's not a real comic book, but it's pretty cool. And I'd say this is really one of the better additions to the collector's edition, which you probably won't get if you get the regular game. I'm not sure about that. Okay, and now you get with the collector's edition a nice Batman sticker, but in the back it has a code. Of course, you guys don't see a code because I took the sticker off and put it on a piece of paper already. Why? Because I already put my code in. And this code will give you the downloadable challenge map Crime Alley, which I'm almost 100% sure nobody who buys just the game gets. I think you guys, the people who buy just the game, are going to have to download it off Xbox Live and pay Xbox points. I don't even see it on Xbox Live yet, honestly, so probably only the collector's edition people are going to get this. This definitely makes a good addition to the collector's edition, especially after a disappointment with the Batarang, just a comic book, and a really nice book. A nice little, what do you call it, bio book on all the villains. Okay, now let's get into the actual game itself. So you have the instruction manual, and now I'm sure most of you are saying, Chris, why is the instruction manual not with the game? Well, I'm about to explain that in a few seconds. Nice instruction manual, very nice. Okay, now getting away from that. Now we go to what I don't understand, the game. Okay, most of you who have an Xbox 360, aren't all the games plastic? Every single one, right? Yep. Well, guess what? Batman decides to defy that. It's cardboard. Made of hard cardboard, meaning you could basically screw this thing up and you're kind of screwed. This, I think, is cool. The way they set up the inside was very cool. But why did they have to make the game cover cardboard? Look at this. What's going to happen is, you're not going to want to keep it in this. You don't want to keep it in here all the time, do you? No, you want to be able to leave it out and put it up for your collection. So, you got to put it up, right? Now, you want to put this game back, right? First of all, it's getting it back into the slot the right way, which is another hassle in and of itself. And then when you get it in the slot, sometimes this gets in the way, and you have to end up taking the game out again, pulling it out, and finding just the right way, and then see. Now, when you display it on the shelf, this is what it's going to look like. That's exactly what it's going to look like. And then the inside here, it's terrible. I think they should have used plastic for this. I don't know why they didn't. I think this is the cheap way out. I think they ran out of money, and they decided instead of using cardboard to use, instead of using plastic to use cardboard. Is that fair? I don't think so. Will people complain about it? Probably not. This, I cannot go without complaining about. Any video game that is made should be in plastic. What am I going to do with this game now, DC? If anything should happen to this cover, I have no place to put the CD. I'm going to have to put it in a regular music CD cover. Really nice. So, that's the game. Now, as far as the game itself, well, I can't give you a review of it yet because I haven't played it. And the good news, this is my next walkthrough. So, once I finish with my first walkthrough, this game is going to be on the next priority to do. Okay, now, this is your entire Batman Arkham Asylum Collector's Edition stuff. You got the comic, you got the book, you got the game, the code, the Batarang, and the manual. Now, we've reviewed each of these items individually. Now let's rate this. Before I give my rating, I can't rate this for you guys because you would fall into one of two categories. Number one, if you are a casual gamer, this collector's edition is not for you. Like I've said already, the only good collector's edition that's come out in the past year is Street Fighter 4, in my opinion. I'm sure there are others to come, and I'm sure other people would argue with me, but that is my opinion. But for you guys, I'd say if you are just a casual gamer, just get the game. Now, if you fall in the second category, which is comic books or Batman fans, this is for you. I mean, you take the bad with the good, but this is definitely for you. It gives you the Batman villains, it gives you the Batarang, even though you're going to have to do work on it, and it gives you a nice backstory comic book that I don't know if you'd get if you just get the game. So yes, it's worth the extra money for you guys. Now, let me rate this. On a scale of 1 being don't buy it at all to 5 being you must buy this, I give Batman Arkham Asylum, the Collector's Edition, 3.5 Dark Avenger stamps. Yes, I'm rating them in stamps, not stars. Get over it. Anyway, I give the entire collection 3.5 stamps. It's good, but it's far from perfection. Like I said, this could have been improved a lot. The code's good, the book's good, the comic is great to have as a backstory, and this should be improved. This took away a star in and of itself. It should have been plastic. And with that, I wish you guys a good, happy hunting, and go out and enjoy Batman Arkham Asylum. Alright, later.